Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be focusing on this week's DreamSnap submissions, the Something Wicked. I don't know what it is about this theme, but I just felt uninspired. So at first, I obviously was leaning toward my favorite villain in the Valley currently, Ursula. However, I felt like everybody was going to be doing Ursula themed this week, or a lot of them, or have that purpley vibe. And I feel like with the Forgotten Dream Snap, I kind of used a lot of Ursula items and a lot of the themes we had recently with the Nightmare Before Christmas, as well as last week's Trick or Treat, were all very dark. And I'm just ready for something brighter. And so I started looking at doing a Scar theme and then switched to doing a Mother Gothel theme and dressed up as Rapunzel, like you saw at the beginning. Created a whole room, brought Mother Gothel in there, tried to get the shot, and at the end of it, I felt like it was more exemplifying Rapunzel and being excited for Rapunzel rather than anything about Mother Gothel. I feel like a lot of the Tangled items don't really focus on Mother Gothel, so it was really hard to try to channel her. So I went back to Scar. So that's what we're currently doing now, putting back on the outfit that I had created when I was trying to do Scar. I have a the Sun Moon tiara. I'm wearing the villain hair. I'm going to switch it back to brown. The gold medallion necklace. This green shirt underneath the Pride, I don't know what it's called, Pride Rock Lion King jacket that we got when we were doing the Scar quests. The hyena backpack, a black pleated skirt, these white knee highs, and green adventure hiking boots, and these green earrings. And I think this is pretty much it, along with the, of course, villainous looking nails with the rings. But I think this is the outfit that I end up going with some green eyeshadow and a pinky brown lip, which is pretty much my staple. And then I switch out the hummingbird that I have with me to a green one to kind of match the aesthetic I'm going for. And that'll be my outfit. But this isn't an outfit challenge, this is a decor challenge. So after I am done here, I'm gonna go pick up my buddy Scar from his house. And I do have his house area set up very dead-like with lots of bones and night thorns and all of that. However, I felt like, again, a lot of people would use his house as a backdrop potentially. I didn't really, I don't really like the way that it would look in a picture per se. I was wanting something more green or at least have some green in it versus what I have here. But when we get him, I do like a test what it would look like in a photo with him. And again, it felt too dead and I didn't like it. So I ended up not doing it over here. And I already have my entire Sunlit Plateau fully decorated. We have Wally, Maribel, and then on the other side, all of this is for Nala and Simba. I had already kind of roped it off when I originally was thinking about doing it, so I just brought him in here and trapped him. And unfortunately, Simba got in at some point when I was doing all of this. Because it's obviously his house over here, so he's roaming about. But this is what I kind of had set up. I have Scar's rock always in the front with some dead animals. I have some flowers from the Forgotten Lands. I have two of the Dreamlight trees over here as well. Nala's waterfall, lots of trees, different vegetation, and of course Pride Rock. So my kind of thought on this was that Scar is being brought back into the fold. He's no longer an outcast. And with Simba in here, maybe I can get a shot with both of them and it kind of be like a redemption arc. Of course, when you have the camera out in the landscape mode I want, it's very blurry, so I end up using a filter. One of the filters here has it to where it's really pretty crisp in the background, so that's what I end up going for. I also have to put down a lot of beds and different bushes to try to trap Scar to where he doesn't roam off in this biome. He's very hard to work with. I would say from all of the characters that I have done DreamSnaps with, he's been the most difficult to work with. He doesn't want to listen and look at the photo, or he looks depressed, or he just won't look at you and his butt is towards you, and he was such a pain to work with. I almost gave up many times, but I end up trapping him in here in a way that forces him to do some of his animations. And if you have him where you're hanging out, he won't do like anything. And I hate the way they have it currently set up where they only have the characters do animations in selfie mode. I wish they would change it to where if the character was in the shot at all, that they would try to do different animations, because this is painful trying to get characters in your photos for dream snaps or animals to be in your dream snaps. The critters don't also listen as well, so you'll constantly see me here going into the photo mode with my critter to force them back into the shot. It's a fiasco, and he did not want to look at the camera. So I spent a good hour, I think, just trying to get him to pay attention. See, I wish he would do that big smile when I take a picture, but once I switch out of selfie mode, he doesn't do it anymore. So there's a few animations that he does do, picking his teeth, which is an option for sure. And then kind of this like snarky smile. But again, it's all about the timing, and then you're trying to get the timing of other characters potentially, so making sure Simba doesn't look derpy, or that you yourself are smiling, not being a sleeping beauty with your eyes closed. And if you have, like I do, a critter, making sure that they look good as well. It's a lot to try to get into a photo, and it can very easily go wrong. So that's what I'm doing here. Just keep fussing with trying to get him to do something that would look nice. So we get him in that form. I'm like, oh, well, this looks nice. I'm not particularly fond of the way I look or the way my critter looks, but they look decent. So I submit this as my first attempt and try again to get something else. And if it all fails, at least we have that one. He makes this gesture again, can't get it on camera, and he's kind of glitched into the tree. At this point, he's kind of stuck in that spot, which is fine with me. So I'm just sitting here waiting for him to do something that I can catch on camera. I don't particularly like this photo either, again, the way I look or my critter. So it's just a waiting game, trying to get a good photo. I went with this theme, which I don't know if people are really gonna get my basis of what I was going for here, of like his redemption back into Pride Rock and or him taking over Pride Rock. But this is what I ended up submitting and going with. I like the way I look. I like that he's happy. I really want it to be like he's coming back or taking over. And I wanted it to be brighter this week. I'm in the fall mood. Thanksgiving's coming up. I'm over the dark themes. So this is what I went with. Hopefully it does well. But if not, it's a picture that I at least like. And yeah, that's what I went with. So I hope you guys like it and have a great week.